Have you ever wondered why our emotions hold so much sway over our lives? Emotions, those invisible forces within us, they're more than just feelings. They are the very essence that shape our actions, our decisions, and our relationships. They are the vital compass that guides us through our life's journey, painting our experiences with vibrant shades of joy, love, sadness, anger, and countless others. Think about it. That surge of adrenaline when you're excited, the heaviness in your chest when you're sad, the warmth in your heart when you're in love. These are all emotions dictating the rhythm of our lives. They are our internal barometers, constantly gauging our interactions and reactions to the world around us. Emotions are the catalysts that drive us to achieve our goals, to strive for success, to connect with others. They fuel our creativity, they drive our passion, and they even help us navigate the complexities of life. When harnessed properly, they can become powerful tools that propel us forward, helping us to lead richer, more fulfilling lives. However, while emotions are essential, they can also be destructive if not managed properly. They can cloud our judgment, lead us astray, and even result in self-sabotage. Uncontrolled anger can damage relationships, unchecked fear can paralyze us, and unmanaged stress can wreak havoc on our health. So the question isn't whether we should have emotions. Rather, it's how we can manage them effectively. Because mastering our emotions doesn't mean suppressing them, it means understanding them, respecting them, and guiding them in a way that serves us. Just imagine, what if you could master your emotions and use them to your advantage? What if you could turn your fear into courage, your stress into motivation, your anger into determination? What if you could harness the power of your emotions to create a life that truly reflects who you are and what you aspire to be? The journey to emotional mastery is a journey towards a more fulfilling, more authentic life. And that journey begins now. Before we can master our emotions, we first need to understand them. Imagine emotions as a spectrum, a rainbow of feelings that guide our responses to the world around us. On one end we have joy, a light, uplifting emotion that gives us a sense of elation and happiness. It's often sparked by achievements, celebrations, or simply the presence of loved ones. Then there's surprise, a jolt that can be pleasant or startling, triggered by unexpected events. On the other end of the spectrum we have emotions like sadness, a deep, heavy feeling often brought on by loss, disappointment, or loneliness. Anger too is a powerful emotion, a fiery response to perceived injustice or frustration. And let's not forget fear, a primal emotion that alerts us to danger and prepares us for fight or flight. But emotions aren't just abstract concepts. They have real, tangible effects on our bodies and minds. When we're happy, our bodies may feel lighter, our thoughts brighter. When we're angry, we might feel a rush of adrenaline, our hearts pounding in our chests. Sadness might feel like a weight on our shoulders, our thoughts clouded by despair. Our emotions also influence our behavior. They can motivate us, deter us, and even sway our decision-making processes. Ever notice how you're more likely to take risks when you're feeling happy or excited? Or how you might withdraw from social activities when you're feeling down? Remember, no emotion is inherently good or bad. They are simply responses to our experiences, signals informing us about our environment and our inner state. Even negative emotions have their purpose. They alert us to problems we need to address, help us navigate complex social interactions, and even promote empathy and understanding. So when we talk about mastering emotions, we're not talking about suppressing or ignoring them. We're talking about understanding these powerful forces, recognizing their triggers and their impacts, and learning how to navigate them in a healthy, constructive way. Understanding your emotions is the first step to mastering them. Now that we understand our emotions, let's identify what triggers them. You see, emotional triggers are like invisible tripwires. They are unique to each individual and are often shaped by past experiences, beliefs, and our personal worldview. When we encounter a trigger, it can instantly evoke a strong emotional response, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or fear. Think of it as your personal emotional alarm system. For some, it's a certain place or a specific date. For others, it could be a smell, a song, or even a particular type of weather. It's a diverse and complex landscape, uniquely crafted by our individual experiences. Now you might be wondering, why is it important to recognize these triggers? Well, it's simple. By understanding what causes us to feel a certain way, we can anticipate and better manage our reactions. We can prevent these triggers from hijacking our emotions and leading us down a path of impulsivity and regret. Consider this scenario. You're in a meeting and someone challenges your idea, Suddenly you feel a rush of anger and defensiveness. If you've recognized that criticism is a trigger for you, you can take a step back, breathe, and respond in a calm and composed manner instead of reacting impulsively. Remember, recognizing your triggers isn't about avoiding them or suppressing your emotions, it's about understanding them and learning to navigate your emotional landscape with grace and poise. It's about taking control and being the master of your own emotions. Recognize these triggers, not as enemies, but as teachers. They teach us about ourselves, about our vulnerabilities and our strengths. They allow us to be more self-aware, more empathetic, and ultimately, more emotionally intelligent. So step into the shoes of an emotional detective. Investigate your feelings, question your reactions, and explore your emotional landscape. It's a journey of self-discovery, a journey that will lead you to a better understanding of yourself and others. Recognizing your emotional triggers will help you anticipate and manage your reactions. Now comes the challenging part, managing your emotional reactions. Imagine your emotions as waves. Sometimes they're calm, barely noticeable ripples, and other times they're towering, tumultuous tides. But, like a skilled surfer, you can learn to ride these waves with grace and resilience. It all comes down to a few key techniques. First, let's talk about deep breathing. It's not just for yoga classes or meditation retreats. Deep breathing is a powerful tool that can help calm your body and mind, reducing the intensity of your emotional reactions. When you notice a strong emotion coming on, try taking a deep breath in for a count of 4. Hold it for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle a few times and you'll likely notice a decrease in emotional intensity. Next, there's mindfulness. This practice involves focusing on the present moment without judgment. Instead of getting swept up in your emotional reactions, mindfulness allows you to observe them as they come and go. Like clouds in the sky, emotions are transient. They appear, they linger, and then they pass. Recognizing this can help you maintain a sense of calm and control, even when your emotions are at their peak. Lastly, cognitive restructuring can be an effective technique for managing your emotional reactions. This involves identifying and challenging negative thought patterns that can fuel intense emotions. Let's say you're feeling frustrated because you made a mistake at work. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm a failure," you might reframe the situation by saying, "I made a mistake, but that doesn't define me. I can learn and grow from this experience." These techniques are not magic bullets. They require practice and consistency. But over time, they can help you navigate your emotional world with more ease and confidence. Remember, mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means managing them in a way that serves you best. Like a skilled surfer riding the waves, you can learn to ride the ebbs and flows of your emotions, using them to propel you forward rather than hold you back. Mastering your emotions is not just about managing your reactions, it's also about harnessing your emotions. Diving deep into our emotions, we discover a wellspring of power that can be harnessed for positive change. Emotions, in their raw form, are energy in motion. When we learn to channel this energy, we can motivate action, catalyze transformation, and even enhance our relationships. Imagine you're feeling frustrated with a project at work. You could let that frustration fester, leading to stress and negative interactions with your team. Or you could harness that frustration, using it as a driving force to seek out solutions, improve processes, and ultimately, achieve better results. That's the power of harnessing emotions. Take another scenario. Perhaps you're feeling anxious about a public speaking event. You could let the anxiety paralyze you, or you could use it as a motivator to thoroughly prepare, practice, and deliver a captivating speech. Anxiety in this case is not a roadblock, but a catalyst for excellence. Harnessing emotions also plays a crucial role in our relationships. Consider a situation where someone's actions have left you feeling hurt. You could let the hurt turn into resentment, damaging the relationship. Or you could harness that emotion to communicate your feelings, promoting understanding and fostering deeper connections. But how do we harness our emotions? The first step is awareness. Recognizing what you're feeling and why is paramount. This awareness creates space for choice. Next is acceptance. Emotions are not good or bad, they simply are. Accepting your emotions without judgment allows you to experience them fully without being overwhelmed. Then comes the transformation. This is where we channel the energy of our emotions into productive action. It's about asking ourselves, how can I use this emotion to create a positive outcome? Lastly, is reflection. Reflecting on your emotional experiences helps you learn and grow. It allows you to see patterns, understand your emotional triggers, and become more adept at harnessing your emotions in the future. In essence, harnessing your emotions is about transforming them from obstacles into opportunities. It's about turning frustration into innovation, anxiety into excellence, and hurt into understanding. It's about using your emotions as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks on your journey towards your goals. Remember, emotions are not something to be feared or suppressed, but rather explored and utilized. They are an integral part of our human experience, and when harnessed correctly, can serve as powerful tools for personal and professional growth. Harnessing your emotions allows you to use them as tools to achieve your goals. Scene script. Mastering your emotions is not a destination, but a journey. Just as a seed needs time to blossom into a flower, your emotional mastery also requires patience and nurturing. It may seem like a daunting task, but remember, every step you take brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. The journey to emotional mastery is not a straight path. It's a winding road filled with highs and lows. You'll encounter obstacles and setbacks, but these are not signs of failure. Rather, they are opportunities for growth. They are the moments that will test your resolve and strengthen your emotional resilience. Don't be too hard on yourself when you stumble. Everyone does. It's part of the process, part of the journey. Be patient with yourself, be compassionate. Understand that growth is a process and it's okay to take your time. The journey to emotional mastery is a continuous process of learning. It involves understanding your emotions, recognizing your triggers, managing your reactions, and harnessing your emotions to serve you rather than hinder you. You'll find that as you progress on this journey, you'll become more attuned to your emotions. You'll start to see patterns, understand your triggers, and learn to respond rather than react. This heightened awareness will empower you to take control of your emotions, rather than letting them control you. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. Reach out to a trusted friend, a family member, or seek professional guidance. We all need support in our journey, and there's no shame in seeking it out. Also, celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory in itself. These victories are proof of your growth, your strength, and your resilience. They are reminders of your progress on this journey. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing or ignoring your emotions, it's about understanding them, managing them, and using them as tools for growth. It's about becoming the master of your inner world so that you can navigate the outer world with grace and poise. Remember, the journey to emotional mastery is a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We began our journey by exploring the power of emotions, acknowledging their profound influence on our lives. We saw how they shape our decisions, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. Emotions can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy depending on how we understand and manage them. Next, we delved into understanding our emotions. What are they exactly? They are not just feelings but complex responses to specific triggers in our environment. They are signals telling us something about our current situation or about our past experiences. From there, we shifted our focus to recognizing our emotional triggers. We all have unique emotional blueprints, and recognizing our triggers is a crucial step towards taking control of our emotional reactions. It's about becoming aware of what sets us off and why, so we can better manage our responses. In managing our emotional reactions, we learned that it's not about suppressing our emotions, but rather understanding them and responding to them in a healthier way. It's about creating space between the trigger and our reaction, giving ourselves the opportunity to choose our response rather than simply reacting. Then, we looked at harnessing our emotions. This is about using our emotions as tools for growth and self-improvement. It involves turning negative emotions into positive ones and transforming fear into courage, frustration into motivation, and anger into determination. Finally, we discussed the journey to emotional mastery. This is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and growth. It's about becoming more aware, more understanding, and more in control of our emotional world. Remember that this journey is not a straight line, but rather a winding path with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. Mastering your emotions is a powerful tool. It can transform your life, relationships, and the way you see the world. So why not start your journey today?